It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl. Today, two outstanding elementary schools here to play our game. Let's meet them now. First from Mattaponi Elementary, say hello to Kirsten Briscoe, Michael Forrest, and Babatunde Ayanda. And from University Park Elementary, here they are, Madeline Wanneberger, Charlie Dawson, and Surya Pugaretti. And now here are the categories of questions we use on Science Bowl.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green Things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body Systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's Get Physical, questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
Here on Science Bowl, we arrange our game board according to the difficulty of the question, with the easier questions on the left worth 5 and 10, the tougher ones worth 15, 20, and ultimately 25, the toughest of them all. Both of our teams start out with 50 points, no penalties ever for incorrect answers. End of the 2 rounds, we will have a contender to move on to become perhaps one of the 4 finalists in this year's elementary competition. Let's make sure everything's working. Let's go to the red team. Michael, would you try your buzzer for me? Thank you, Michael, and good luck to you, Babatunde, and to Kirsten. And Charlie, would you try yours? Thank you, young man. Good luck to you, and to Surya, and to Madeline. Congratulations on being here today. You guys obviously are the best of the best, and we're just so proud of all of you. Let's have a good game, all right? Better team win. M before you. We go alphabetically, so Mattaponi and Michael, let's start the bowl.
Dateline Science for 5.
Dateline for 5 points. Teams, it's hard to believe, but back in 1976, when Steve Jobs sold the first of these, you had to buy University Park.
Computer.
Computer, yeah, you had to buy the case and the keyboard and the monitor, everything separately. We've come a long way, haven't we? All right, go Charlie.
Science Potpourri for 10.
Potpourri for 10 points. Teams, your question is as follows. We know, thanks to Arnold Schwarzenegger, all about the Terminators, but there is a TV show on the Discovery Channel called The Verminators, which are University Park.
About rodents like mice and rats.
Absolutely right. If you've got mice or rats or bats or roaches or ants in your home, you call the Verminators. The vermin, that's what they go after. Okay, good. Go green.
Let's Get Physical for 15.
Physical for 15 points. Teams, astronomers have recently discovered 2 planets. They call them Kepler 34A and 34B. Both of them will orbit 2 suns instead of 1. But University Park.
Those 2 suns are called a binary star.
They are binary stars, but I wasn't quite finished. Mattaponi, you get the advantage here. These 2 planets, which are revolving around binary stars, are about the same size as what familiar gaseous giant that is 6th in our solar system? Okay, Mattaponi.
Jupiter.
Saturn. One more out. Jupiter is number 5. Good try. Go back to green. Charlie, you pick.
Body Systems for 10.
Body Systems for 10 points. Teams, doctors say an apple a day keeps them away. They also... University Park.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away?
I think you were just kind of rephrasing what I just said there. You're right. An apple a day, these doctors say that an apple a day will keep them away. But they also say that if you take one of these baby tablets of salicylic acid a day, it may keep away heart disease and cancer. A baby aspirin. That is what the salicylic acid reference was there. Sorry if I confused you. Try again, green.
Green Things for 15.
Green Things for 15 points. Teams, Because there are very few insects around in the late winter, plants that bloom in the late winter, like red maples, depend on insects and the wind sometimes to do this for them. University Park.
Pollinate them?
Yeah, that's the way they pollinate. They have the option, insects, bugs, or wind, whatever one is around at the time. Try again, green.
Let's get physical for 10, please.
Physical for 10 points. Teams cloudy with a chance of meatballs is a pretty awful forecast because meatballs could do a number. In real life, the most destructive form of precipitation, University Park.
Hail?
It is hail, yes, hail that can come down and ruin crops and literally knock the leaves off of plants. Okay, come on, red team, a little faster on the buzzer. I want to see you talking a little more to Michael there, all right? Talk it up. Go, green.
Dateline science for 15.
Dateline for 15 points. Teams, a group of Chinese scientists are under consideration for a Nobel Prize this year because of research into something called wormwood, which may be a cure for this mosquito-borne disease. University Park.
Malaria?
Malaria, yes. We have not had a cure for malaria. We've had prophylaxis, but maybe this is it. So there may be a Nobel in the pipeline for them. All right. We're still at 50 for Mattaponi, 105 University Park. UP, you're off to a fast start. You choose next.
Science potpourri for 15.
Potpourri for 15 points. Teams, if you're making alcohol, not that I'm asking you to do that, you need some sugar, you need some yeast, and it's a process called anaerobic respiration to produce alcohol, which means that what gas is kept out? University Park?
Oxygen?
Absolutely right. Anaerobic means without oxygen. Absolutely right. Good. Go. Green.
Body systems for 15.
Body systems, 15 points. Teams, the right and left sides of your brain are given what same name as the east and west? University Park?
Hemispheres?
Hemispheres, yes, like the east and west hemisphere, north and south hemisphere here on planet Earth. Absolutely right. Good. Go. Green. Thank you for your help, Surya.
Zoo parade for 10.
Zoo parade for 10 points. Teams, there is a handicapped runner in South Africa called Oscar Pistorius. He has no lower legs. He has artificial legs that are named for these fastest land animals. University Park?
Cheetahs?
He runs on cheetahs. He sure does. Good. Go.
Science potpourri for 20.
Potpourri for 20 points. Your question is as follows. 20 points. Did you say potpourri?
Potpourri for 20.
Right. We will come back with that question in just one moment. As we go to our break, let's check that score. Right now, Mattaponi is at 50. University Park is at 145. We'll be back with the second half of Science Bowl in just one moment. Don't go away.
You can never know which pool safety step will save a life. Until it does. No matter how safe you feel, adding multiple safety steps can mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafely.gov.
Hi, I'm Jordan Sparks, and my I Matter You campaign is all about making a difference, and SOS Children's Villages does just that. I cannot believe how many children SOS has helped around the world by building villages, helping abandoned children, and giving them a mother and house to grow up in. I'm calling on everyone that I know to support SOS in their efforts to help kids at risk of abandonment in countries like Sudan, Vietnam, and Haiti. SOS helps these children over the long term, and you can make a real difference in a child's life. MAD, making a difference. That's what it's all about, and SOS is one of the best. You've got to check them out on sosusa.org.
SOS Children's Villages gives homes and hope to children in need all around the world. Join SOS and Jordan Sparks in making a difference. Visit sosusa.org to learn more.
Welcome back to Science Bowl. Thanks for spending part of your day with us. We have one school here that is returning after winning twice, and a school that has done very well in the past. So they got a bye in the first round, and they're here for the first time during this season. Let's meet our 6 players. Let's go first to Mattaponi. And Michael, tell us about your school. Who's your principal?
Miss Dr. Hay.
Dr. Hay, all right. And Dr. Hay is very proud of you. And Miss Madison is your sponsor. And you've already won twice this season. You're here today, making it farther along in our competition. You've had a slow start, but I know you're going to do better in the second half here. Give your hands a break there. You don't have to push any buzzers for a couple of moments. Mike, tell us a little bit about your team. Did you have an alternate on your team?
Yes, we have 4 alternates.
Who are they?
Trevor Ennis, Sierra Sweeney, Garrett Mason, and who else? And Cindy Reed.
Thank you. Thank you, Mattaponi, for helping them out. That's a lot to remember up here. You got enough on your mind just trying to come up with the answers to our questions here. Tell us about your school. What is it about Mattaponi that really makes it a great place to go?
Well, this is a really great place to start off for elementary school. I mean, there's no bullying problems. The school is safe. You know,
That's
it's a great
really
place.
Absolutely safe, and you don't have to worry about people bothering you. You're there to learn, and that's your business. That's great. Tell me how they made you the captain, because you weren't captain before.
Sadly, last time we had our captain was Taylor Martin. Sadly, she wasn't an alternate this time, and she wasn't in the team either. So they made me captain.
Thanks for stepping up, Michael. That's really good of you, and you had the experience, and you're doing a nice job, and I know you're going to get some points here in the second half. What do you want to do someday, Michael?
Actually, I wanted to be in the game designing business.
Wonderful, and that's very current. A lot of people want to do that today. Babatunde, how about you? What do you want to do when you get older?
I want to be a game designer and a soccer player, and maybe make a book.
And a book, and I know you're an illustrator too, aren't you? And among the many things he does in his spare time is do nothing, which is great. You need to put your feet up every once in a while and kind of recharge your batteries. Why did you want to be on Science Bowl?
Maybe to accomplish something.
Okay, and the fact that you were chosen is already an accomplishment, but we also want you to share your knowledge with us, okay? So we want you to participate in the second half here. How about you, Kirsten? What brings you our way?
Well, I really like science. It's my favorite subject.
Yeah.
And when I was chosen to be in Science Bowl, I took it as a great opportunity to show people my science skills.
Wonderful, and we're happy you're here today. And you like to read in your spare time. You like mysteries, yeah? What was a book that you read recently that maybe you could recommend to us?
The Ghost of Crutchfield Hall.
Oh, it's a good title. Could you sleep at night after reading it? Oh, yes, she's an old hand at this. Nothing scares her. Keep up your good work. What do you want to do someday?
I want to be a dermatologist.
And you want to go to Harvard, too, don't you? All right. Accomplished young lady. Nice to have you on our panel today. University Park, nice to have you here. I think this is our 26th year doing Science Bowl, and I think University Park has been here each and every step along the way. So it started long before you guys were born, but you are continuing a great tradition at your school there. Tell us about University Park. You're over there in the College Park area. Who's your principal?
Miss Schickner.
Miss Schickner, and I know she has been here in the past, and we hope that she'll join us again, either today or at some other point. And your sponsor is Mr. Favero, who has been sending us great teams for many, many years. And how about alternates on your team? Any, Charlie?
We have 3, Louis Katakalos, Vivian Tran, and Alexis Arneson.
Wonderful. And they'll be out just like the Mattaponi alternates in a few moments so everybody can meet them and the sponsors, because there are some shadow teams back there. Tell us about yourself, Charlie. What do you hope to do someday?
Well, I want to be a computer programmer.
Very good. And in your spare time?
I like ham radio.
Ham radio, yeah. And I was talking to him earlier. It's been a long time since we've had anybody into ham radio here. I think that's great, a great hobby. Tell me about your school. There's so many good things happening at University Park. What's your favorite?
Well, all of the teachers are really, really nice and helpful.
And that's important. Without great teachers, without them having you as their main concern, school is not worth going to. So you're in a great place over there. Surya, nice to have you here. Tell us the Surya story.
Well,
what do you do in your spare time?
I like cooking, reading, and biking.
Yeah, and you want to have a restaurant someday, perhaps, yeah?
Yep.
and it's going to be a fusion restaurant, right? What are you going to mix together?
European and Asian.
Oh, you've got that all planned out. I can just tell you're going to be a good business person. And in addition to a restaurant, what else do you want to do?
Well, I want to be an athlete.
An athlete? What kind of sport?
Soccer, football.
Soccer. You look like a good soccer player. I bet you're really good. Madeline, nice to have you here. This young lady is used to being on stage. You're a singer and an actress, and you'd like to act someday professionally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what kind of plays have you been in already?
I've been in a Shakespeare play, The Winter's Tale. I've been in HMS Pinafore, A Year with Frog and Toad last year. This year I'm going to be in a Chris Cherry play called Buried Treasure. And I've been in You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown.
Wow. So the resume is already growing, the portfolio at such a young age. Congratulations and good luck to you. Good luck to all of you. You all have great futures. No matter what happens today, you've all won. Let's have a good game. The second half here. We had just gone to the break, and the question was chosen by the green team, and it was the category Science Potpourri. The question is as follows. This is going to be for 20 points. Correct, judges? Question is as follows. Since 2009, 9,700 new species have been discovered. Most of them have been insects. The second largest group are these creatures that people think are insects. University Park.
Arachnids?
Arachnids are spiders, absolutely right. The 8 legs instead of 6. Come on, guys, you got to jump faster. Those are quick hits, and then talk among yourselves, okay? Let's talk a little more. Go green.
Dateline Science for 10.
Dateline for 10 points. Teams, if you think this is kind of a girly winter because we haven't had any snow, you're right, because El Nino has taken the year off, and his sister, known as this, is causing all of the mild weather. University Park.
El Nino?
Not quite. Not quite, Mattaponi. El Nino has taken the year off, but his sister, if you will, is causing this mild winter. Who is she? It's La Nina. La Nina, not El Nino. Okay, try again, green.
Body systems for 20.
Body systems for 20 points. Teams, if your blood sugar level drops and you need more sugar and you're not eating, this body organ stores sugar in the form of glycogen and can pour it out. Name that organ for me, University Park.
The liver.
The liver, absolutely right. That's where you store up that extra sugar. Good. Good answer. Go green.
Let's get physical for 25.
Get physical for 25 points. Teams, your question is as follows. Because of pollution, a lot of rain in this country is acid rain, but it is also neurotoxic rain because this chemical with the symbol Hg is coming down with the water. University Park.
Mercury, yes. Mercury.
It is mercury, absolutely right. And even if you don't know, Mattaponi, guess. Try to guess. Sometimes you get no penalties for guessing around here. Try again, green.
Let's get physical for 20.
Let's get physical for 20 points. Teams, this is an interesting question. Listen carefully. The temperature at which a solid melts is oftentimes the same temperature at which that liquid then does what? University Park.
Freezes.
Freezes. Yes, indeed. You're going the other direction. Good. Go. Green.
Zoo Parade for 15.
Zoo Parade for 15 points. Teams, if you're a bee and you're at this stage in your metamorphic life, and everybody is feeding you royal jelly, University Park.
Larvae?
Yes, indeed. You're a larva, and you're going to grow up to be a queen because you've been fed royal jelly. Absolutely right. Good. Go. Green.
Green things for 10, please.
Green things for 10 points. Teams, this tropical tree, which is actually an herb and produces America's #1 fruit, dies, Mattaponi.
Coconuts.
America's #1 fruit is?
Coconuts.
Not coconuts, not a coconut. This tropical tree, which is really an herb, produces America's #1 fruit, and after the plant fruits, it dies.
Banana?
Bananas, yeah, the banana. #1 fruit. Good, go, green. Get them next time, Mike.
Dateline Science for 20.
Dateline for 20 points. Look at the monitor in the studio, please, teams. It was back in 1846 that the New England Journal of Medicine first described this diagnostic tool. What is that? University Park?
A stethoscope.
That's a tough one to say, isn't it? Absolutely right. It is a stethoscope for listening to heart sounds. Good answer, Charlie. Go green.
Zoo parade for 20.
Zoo parade for 20 points. Teams, your question is as follows. Pigeons and doves are unique among birds. Even though they have no mammary glands, they produce this liquid for their baby birds inside their crop. University Park?
Milk?
Yeah, they make milk. There's pigeon milk. They slough off the interior of the crop. Good answer. Okay. Babatunde says, come on, push the buzzer. Let's try it, Mike. See if it works. Okay, we're good. All right. Pick a question, Charlie.
Science potpourri for 25.
Potpourri for 25 teams. All right, listen carefully. You've got to listen and don't jump in too quickly. If you know the difference between the aurora borealis and the aurora australis, then you would know that the boreal winter goes from September to March, and the austral winter goes from what month to what month?
No, it goes from April to August.
You got that right. Thank you. Nice teamwork over there, Madeline and Surya. Thanks for helping Charlie out. April to August. So when we are having summer and spring down there at the South Pole is when they are having their winter. Good. Go. Green.
Body system for 25.
Body systems for 25 points, team. Young people who have acne know that too much candy, too many fast food meals will make it worse. So too will these bodily chemicals produced by your endocrine glands that we produce oftentimes during puberty. Those chemicals are known as what, University Park?
Hormones.
Hormones, absolutely right. Hormones seem to aggravate acne too. Good, go. University Park.
Green things for 20.
Green things for 20 points. Teams, Joseph Priestley, the scientist, did a wonderful experiment. He took a bell jar and put a plant underneath it. He took another one and put a mouse underneath it. Both died. Put both of them together under a bell jar. Both live because the mouse is giving the plant what? What's the mouse giving the plant, University Park?
Carbon dioxide.
You got that right. And in reverse, the plant is giving the mouse oxygen. Mutual admiration supports society. Good. Yes, go.
Green things for 25.
Green things for 25 points. Look at the monitor in the studio if you would, please. Beautiful flower coming into view. That's a buttercup. The petals are yellow, but the little green petal-like things underneath are what S-initialed parts of the plant. University Park.
Stomata.
Not stomata. Good try. You can get yourself. Come on, Mattaponi. I want you to get this one for 25 points. The little green petal-like structures underneath the yellow petals are what S-initialed parts that sound like petals.
Sepals.
Sepals is absolutely right. Yes, indeed. Way to do it. Go, Mike.
Dateline science for 25.
Dateline for 25. This is a really interesting question. You don't have to be specific, but you've got to give me and the judges the right idea here. Back in 1992, the world stopped and its jaw dropped when surgeons performed the first transgenic transplant. Without being specific, an organ was given from a what to a what? University Park.
A boy to a girl.
A boy to a girl. No, not a boy to a girl. Good try. Back in 1992, the first ever transgenic transplant. The world couldn't believe it. An organ was given from a what to a what? You don't have to be specific, but we have to know that you understand what we're asking. Transgenic.
Animal to a human.
You got that right. It was a liver from a baboon to a human. Nicely done. Now you're cooking with gas. Good. Go. Red.
Zoo parade for 25.
Zoo parade for 25 points. Teams at the La Brea tar pits in Los Angeles. They pull out the fossils of all these extinct animals. The one that is most recognizable is what pachyderm? What pachyderm? University Park.
Mammoth.
A mammoth, yeah, the woolly mammoth and the mastodon, along with the saber-toothed tigers and the giant camels and all the rest. Go green.
Body systems for 5.
Body systems for 5 points. Teams, your skin will do this if you get real cold or scared. University Park.
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. R.L. Stein books. Yep, good. Go green.
Let's get physical. Let's get physical for 5.
Let's get physical for 5 points. Teams, a drop of dew hangs on the top of a blade of grass instead of the bottom because capillary action temporarily defeats what force? University Park.
Gravity.
Gravity. Gravity wins in the end, and the dew rolls down. Good. Go. 3 left.
Science potpourri for 5.
Potpourri for 5 points. Teams, you would have no problem knowing that you had luminescent mushrooms in your backyard because they do this. What do they do, UP?
Glow.
They glow in the dark, yeah. You walk out, what is that stuff? 2 left, where?
Zoo parade for 5.
Zoo parade for 5 points. Teams, what L-initialed reptiles did little orphan Annie often invoke? University Park?
Lizard.
Leaping lizards is right. Yep. Last question of the game. Green things for 5 points. Teams, the Peruvians were eating this snack food 6,000 years ago, long before University Park.
Chocolate?
Not chocolate, Mattaponi. The Peruvians were eating this snack food 6,000 years ago, long before Orville Redenbacher came along, a snack food made from a plant that has husks and tassels and stalks.
What do you think?
What's the snack food? Popcorn. Popcorn. Orville Redenbacher and his popcorn. With that, we come to the end of the game. We'll be back with a wrap-up in just a moment. Don't go away.
Because play might be the best way to fight obesity.
Because staying connected makes my family stronger, healthier, and happier.
Because a safe place after school can lead to success in school.
Because physical activity is vital to my health and well-being.
Because I need to make my world better.
Because playing team sports teaches the character and social skills that build leaders.
Because learning with others makes for a greater understanding.
Because we need each other.
Because we need each other.
Because we need each other.
Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed this game at home. We had some tough questions today, but equally tough competitors. No matter what the score, all 6 of these young people are champions, and indeed all the students play our game. Our final tally today is Mattaponi, 100 points, University Park 410. Congratulations, Madeline, Charlie, and Surya. You're going to move on to the next round. And back there with smiles on their faces, the alternates, Alexis and Lewis and Vivian and Mr. Favero. And I like your science ball shirts over there. It looks like you've got different chemical symbols on there. They look just terrific. And Mattaponi, I want to see some smiles over here. You guys are great. This was your 3rd appearance, and I know this UP team was pretty tough, but so are you. And all of you guys are just tremendous. Kirsten and Mike and Baba Tunde. And look at all the smiling faces back there. They'd be wider if they won, but they're still happy to be here. Trevor and Sydney and Sierra and Garrett and Miss Madison, you always send us great teams. Keep up your great work and keep up watching Science Bowl. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.